Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to Inside Edge, the series on here, this channel, Next Windows, where I cover what's inside the latest Microsoft Edge. What are the features? In this video, I am going to talk about collections. Now, collections is Microsoft's, let's just say their like modern favorites tool on their browser, and they do have a favorites, but obviously, this is collections, and honestly, I think it's a little better than favorites. So let's jump right in. This right here is collections. All you would do is click this tab right here, and then you would see collections pop up. Now, I pre-filled this with just some things that I was actually looking at. Other than this little new collection thing for testing purposes. But I pre-filled this mainly with this 2021 PC thing to show you guys a quick sample. But before we even dive into an actual collection under this tab, this right here is kind of the basic functionality. You can start a new collection by pressing this plus button, which then makes it look like this right here, new collection, which it gives you a chance to name it unless you decide to name it new collection, and if that's your choice. You got these three dots, which lets you sort by different criteria: names, date created, and recently used. And then these are your collections as you create them. You can add to the collection by simply pressing this plus button, or you can just click on a collection you already have currently and get into it. So my collection that I've been working on for this purpose of the video is 2021 PC, and that's because I am building a PC this year in 2021 with these exact specs in it, and it's not even complete yet. So in collections, if you go to one of these websites, let's say you can click on one of these just like favorites, and you go to the website, you have Micro Center. So all you would do if you want to save this web page towards your collections is open up the page, open up collections. You can either click away, and it's like this when you're probably browsing like normal. You got two ways. You can right click, you can go to add page to collections, pick the collection you want or a new collection, or you can open up collections, the interface itself, and hit add to current page, which then makes it look exactly like that. Now, a function for product pages on collections is that you can compare the price to other retailers. Now, this, I'll tell you right now, is not perfect because the prices that they change and they say something is cheaper or more could be a completely different product. I remember, for example, I was looking through and I was trying to see, oh, why is this $763? I click it, and it is the same product for some reason. It's double. Lowest price found, that was there, and so on. Earlier today, it was actually showing me like a 2600X instead of a 5800X. So make sure you always look closer on what their price comparisons are if you're going to use this feature. But another thing you can do with the price comparisons is if you want to add this current price collection or comparison to collections, you just hit this button here, click it, and then it's added to collections just like that. And then if you go back, you scroll down, you see it's right there. So it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty nice. Another thing you can do in collections is you can also add pictures to collections. So you see right here, this is a picture from Microsoft.com. If I click it, you can see what picture it was. It was this one, how to add a new collection and name it. All I did was drag it in, and you see the blue line that allows me to pick where to put it in my collection. So that's what's right there. Another thing it allows you to do is add text to your collection. So basically, if I want to add this select add C, where I collected it from was I hit add C, or I wanted to highlight select add C, or just this, and all I did was highlight it and drag it in. You see this thing pop up right there. I can add it in. It says elect add C, which is what I highlighted right there, and that's in my collection. And speaking of this web page that we're already on, collections is available on iOS and Android as well with cross compatibility. Basically, if you sign in with your Microsoft account on both of those platforms, you can add whatever you add to your collections. You can pick up where you saved, where you got later on whatever device that's signed into it. So that's pretty nice. So it's pretty straightforward. There's another feature here which allows you to just enter notes in your collection. So let's say you're on Pinterest or whatever it is. You can add notes to make sure you can figure out what you were talking about, what you were looking for in your collection. So I hit here, be sure to drink plenty of water, and I was doing a test. If I want to erase this text, I can just click on it, back it out just like that, and then I hit the check mark, and then now it's done. If I want to do that again, I can just do that, keep going, and you see this check mark again, save, boom, it's gone. To add the notes to your collections, interface, all you do is go up here and you see this right here. It says add note. You click it, you got a new note. You can change it. You can change the color of the note, say to red or whatever you want. Type in whatever you want, and then you hit this check mark and it saves it to your collections. If you want to delete it, you check off whatever you want to delete from your collections. Let's say these 4 items here, go up and you see delete selection and delete it, and now it's back to just the normal look. It's a pretty nice thing. It's a pretty nice interface. It's pretty straightforward. There's not much going with it. One final thing you can do is you can send your collection or individual saved items to other people or to other apps and things like that. You can share them. You can either hover over one, hit this check mark, and then you see the infamous share button. You click it and you can pick whatever you want to do, send it to any of those programs or applications or just people and stuff. Or if you want to share the entire collection you can just go back into your collection, wait for it to load, then you can click this 3 dots and you can send it to one of these options here. So it's pretty nice. And you see Pinterest here is because it does have Pinterest integration if you accept it when you initially get to collections, when you initially see the interface, and it will tell you whether or not you want to enable Pinterest integration, which basically all it does is based off of whatever you have in your collection, at the very bottom of your collection, you'll have some Pinterest suggestions as well to inspire you, because that's obviously what Pinterest is for. So it's not here for me just because I guess it's just not there for me, but it'll be there as you continue to aggregate your collections area. And that's about it for collections. Let me know if you have any questions for this, and stay tuned for part 3 for the next part of Inside Edge.